Welcome back, folks. Getting sorted and situated here real quick. Gonna be diving back into Elder Scrolls 2 tonight. See what all else we've got going on here. We'll be picking up where we left off with our intrepid hero here. Go ahead and flip this over so you can see what's going on. Sure, that is pulled up there. That looks like what we need. Alright, so when last we left off, we've been doing a bunch of errands for trying to win some affection here in this court of Daggerfall. I've managed to find a couple of other items, do a little bit more dungeon delving and things. I actually managed to find an adamantine longbow, so we've got that going for us there. Bunch of other weapons and things that we kind of need to sell. And I believe we've got both an invitation from the King of Worms to go check him out, and this letter from Prince Lotan in Castle Sentinel to go see whatever it is that he might know about this whole thing. I don't believe I'm on any other quest right now, but we'll just double check. I do, actually. Lord Provlith of Daggerfall has sent me to an associate of his, Alicia Gayerhart, of the Ashford residence in Tamwick, with a bar of gold. I need to have this bar of gold in her hands and be back in Castle Daggerfall in 120 days to get my gold from him. Uh-oh, what do I have? We have the plague. We're going to need to go ahead and take care of that. What time is it? It's 6:30 in the morning. All right. We need to get ourselves cured of this disease fairly quickly here. Well, we have a temple. That's going to be our first stop, I think. As long as they have either a cure disease spell that they can cast on us or pay for, or potions we can buy, that'll be great. Otherwise we'll have to try an alchemist shop and see if they've got something for sale. I'm gonna join the guild. Don't need training. Want to buy spells. Cure disease. Sounds good. Hey, we got our stat line back. It's good stuff. Visit this blacksmith here, sell off some things, see about buying a few more arrows just in case. And then we'll set out on our errand. Oh, no, I don't want to sell that. That's our door opener. But that said, I don't need a dwarven longbow as I've got a better one. No arrows for sale. Oh, actually, while I'm thinking about it, do have 5,000 gold pieces in raw coinage. We should probably exchange that for a letter of credit. And there's a bank, so we'll visit in there. Draw a letter of credit. They're going to charge a 1% fee. I do want some loose coins on me still, too, though. So I think we're just going to do it for 3,800, 3,900. And then withdraw the rest as raw cash. Tamwick is our next stop. We're given 120 days for this job. Okay, marked it on our map. That's because it's close by. At some point we should probably do more work for the Mages Guild too, since we've done 0 jobs for them so far. Is it the little green blonde-haired lady that we're looking for? It is maybe not? No, it is not. Get your share once you've returned this particular diamond to Lord Provlith. You remember your way back to Daggerfall? I sure do. It looks an awful lot like a recall spell. Return with the diamond as promised. Cool. Probably get those things identified. Well, next stop, Mages Guild. Should be this structure down here. Quick run through town. Welcome back from the ad break, folks. Let's go and refill our lantern. Doesn't need to be on right now, but we'll at least fill it back up. Oh, you know what? I should see if they have a levitate spell available. So even if it's not a particularly good one, it'll be helpful. Buy spells. Fireball is also always a good choice. Levitate. Oh, identification person. It's the spell maker. There we go. Identify this item and that item. Wildfire and sealed door. It's not particularly useful. Alright, let's go check on Prince Luton here in Sentinel. He invited us to come take a peek. Sentinel is, of course, in the province of Hammerfell. It's a largely coastal desert type place. So one of the many marvels about this game is, despite its age, and despite the simplicity of a lot of things that it does, it is one of the largest playable areas in an Elder Scrolls game. You don't want to say the walkable area, because you could literally walk to any of these towns and things. Like, instead of fast traveling somewhere and just have it go automatically in that direction or whatever, you really could, if you wanted to, run out of town, pick a compass direction, and just go. It's him right there. I know some things about Lysandus and why he might be haunting Daggerfall. But you have to do something for me first. Well, it's fair. See, I used to have an older brother, 10 or 11 years older, named Sherdon. Whenever I ask what happened to him, I'm told a different story. Some say he got sick and died. Some say he was kidnapped by the Underking. I want to know the truth. If I find some proof of what really happened to him, I will tell you all that I know about King Lysandus. Easy enough. Set our anchor point here. Now we start asking some questions. Sure, just asking random passersby about the Underking or Sherdon is really going to sell it to folks. Try being polite. Don't seem to be making any headway here on this. It's almost like whenever people hear these names, they are suddenly too busy to talk. Well, let's check with one of the local guilds. Maybe they might know something. And the only other thing we can really kind of hope for at the moment is that by asking questions, anybody who's trying to keep what happened to the prince's brother secret may eventually reach out to talk to us to inquire as to why we're so inquisitive. Even the mages don't have anything available for us there. Well, at least he was better off there. The downside is that we really shouldn't be finding any information about these two. Like, it's an extremely rare sort of thing, even if you have very high personality or eloquence type skills. That and the information is very, very need to know. See, this is information that we might actually find valuable. Thank you, miss. Slornham Hall. Sure. Sure, I'll run your errand and maybe, just maybe, you might be able to hear more about what happened to the prince in a town that isn't this one. I like money, thank you. Already kidnapped Prince Churden, but you already know that. Okay. Died years ago, that's all I know. These people so far have been the most helpful. Despite the stone wall. Evil? Excuse you. I'm just gonna browbeat people a little bit. Alright, back to Sentinel. Sometimes they look a little closer to the picture. Sometimes they've actually got some of the traits with them. Ooh, etiquette and streetwise have gone up. Streetwise might be the more appropriate skill. All plague victims must be left in the street to be gathered and burned. Really? They got plague going on here? That's no fun. Just some boogeyman, you know, like Jagar Tharn. Or a reference to the first game. I know what we'll do. We'll go ask the royalty about their missing child. Hey, what happened to your firstborn child that died under mysterious circumstances? What do you mean you're taking me to the deepest parts of the dungeon? You might have better luck asking people about the Thieves Guild. Okay, they think we're a nefarious dark elf. Kind of partially right. Let's start being blunt about it. See if that doesn't change our tact here. Alright, well, We spread the word around a little bit. Let's go do a Mage's Guild job. And then we'll see if anything becomes of our inquisitive nature. We did get a couple of positive responses. The rumor mill says that the Underking took this prince, or that perhaps he got sick and died, or perhaps something else. I suppose only the Underking really knows for sure. Let's see. Research notes. As the premier research institution in the Empire of Tamriel, the Mages Guild employs a number of mystics and scholars all over the land. If we can get a representative of the guild over to a place within a reasonable distance from here, the eminent scholar Raixi has agreed to share her research. That almost sounds like a Akaviri name, to be honest. Alright. Staying in Lanisa, in a place called the Woodsley Residence, for just a few days. Dangers the necromancers. Okay. Linisa. Young lad with fierce eyes hands you a letter and runs away in the alleys. Okay. Don't make an enemy of the Dark Brotherhood. Okay, great. We great help one another. We should not wish for a worse enemy. When you have the research paper, bring it to me at the Woodwing Residence in Sentinel. Don't care. I don't want to talk to you anymore. Alright, middle fingers to you. Tell me where the damn house is. Oh, it's right here. It's on your map. Let me mark it for you. Apparently the people of Hammerfell here do not take kindly to flowery words. Gotta drop a couple of F-bombs and give them a couple of middle fingers, and then they'll let you get whatever it is you're looking for. Love coming into a mostly empty house. It's gotta be you. Marvelous to meet you. Here's the bally thing. Good luck getting past the necromancers. I certainly couldn't. Well, thankfully. Flippity blam. retrieve an ingredient. One of our more brilliant students is absolutely mad for something called ectoplasm. Much called before. It's not be too bothered. Could you scurry onto a locale and grab some? Sure. Looking for ectoplasm, which can be found in the ruins of Falcon Palace. Oh, they're sending me to a dungeon. Alright. Ooh. Let's go ahead and bump agility up. Give our lantern a light. Stealth archer time. It's not cool finding a wraith. Oh, damn it. Back down the hill you go, Nightblade. Take elven longswords here in this house. Can't use them, it's a prohibited weapon type, but we can, sell them. Really? There, Mr. Skeleton, anytime you want to come downhill. We're paralyzed at the moment, otherwise they'd go up after him. Oh. There we go. We had a potion. Oh, that's a vampire. Oh, thank you, ma'am. I said no. Do you want to make up your mind as to what you're doing up there? I don't mind. Like, I'm gonna break my damn bow before those people get killed. One down. Two down. Dude. Go away. Go away. Chew. $12 arrows. 12 arrows. And 5 for him. Ow. The hell is up here? I mean, I think there's a creature or something that was coming out of that, but... Vampire front and left, I believe. Yep, that's her. No, thank you. Hit her with 4 arrows. And now a werewolf. No. Werewolf there, wolf. Alright, we're healthy, so we don't have any bad disease things going on. Yet. Let's refill that and we'll just start burning these torches here. No. No. Oh, I'm running into bad places. Tis never a wise idea to run where you have not been. Lady, I have had just about enough. You. Oops. No, she's there, so let's try and sneak up on her. Hopefully. Do not approve. Very much do not approve. Back, you foul beast. I don't want to run, Skingrad. And she had a copy of the real Baron's Eye on her. Somehow that's, it's fitting. Boy, I can't wait to get up to like 100 archery or so. Be nice not to miss quite so much. Or to score ineffective hits. Like, see, why can't I do that? Why can't I do that to upper level critters, admittedly? Zombie or a golem nearby. And a skeleton. Could be a mummy, I guess. It's a mummy. All this to find an ingredient. That's why we're down here. I don't want the plague. Okay, potion recipe, not bad. Still no, ingredient that we're looking for here, but progress after fashion. Right, I think we need to go down a floor. You know what? It's that whole think smarter, not harder sort of deal. Let's give him the fireball at point blank range. I mean, I could have just gotten pincushioned by our arrows, but, instead they're going to help me enhance my destruction spells. So, there's that. Two more doors down here on the end. Take a quick nap. The game a save. I may be paralyzed, but I can still cast spells. Don't ask me how that one works out, it just does. Thank you, Gleam, for killing the bots that are apparently swarming here this evening. Okay, that goes down. We've not been down that way yet. There's also rooms on this floor and above this floor that we've not checked out. I really don't have a problem with just fireballing every ghost, wraith, and whatever else happens to get in my face. Okay, we've been up here. It's good that all this loops around. It does mean that we should go back after a nap. Check the places we have not been. Damn it. That sounds exceptionally angry. There's a door we haven't been to yet. Guys looking for ectoplasm. I've killed literally all of these ghosts and none of them have it. Very cool. It is nice when I get the critical strike off like that and they just go sailing back. There's just, no way to control when and how that one shows up. Okay. That was a dead end, but are there secret passages in it? Okay. Back into the cave system and down the hill. I think water breathing is going to be the next one that we get. Okay, is that whole of the cave system? Kind of looks like it. Well, we'll go back up here to this door. Came in here with almost 200 arrows. I'm down to almost, or 80 flat. Sounds like fighting. I like it when monsters infight other monsters. Okay, it's not bad. It's another vampire. Does not unlock. It was hilarious that I managed to hit him in the middle of all of that. Oh boy. Panic spam with a fireball there, but don't have a demonstrably high chance of hitting them with the arrows yet. This breaks into a room that we've already been through. Okay. So they are all connected. Good to know, friends, but let's go ahead and maneuver our way back and explore in a different direction. Should have just been a mage. See, some of this is promising. I'm really just looking for a bit of ectoplasm. Okay. All right. Anyway, a bit of ectoplasm. Like that. Just like that. Literally just like that. Thank goodness. Get me the hell out of here. Alright, let's go down to Storefront Central, sell some of our stuff, and maybe get another letter of credit. And more arrows. Definitely more arrows. It's kind of a hell of a fight, though. Like, I'm glad I didn't have to shoot that one out and had fireball at the ready. So, one of the things that I do, now that I'm not maneuvering through a dungeon, straining to listen to people, that kind of thing, because audio cues are exceedingly helpful in places like that. I tend to make my own custom characters. But you know what you're thinking. You're like, Pylum, that doesn't make any sense, man. Aren't all characters custom? What I mean by that is a custom class. Because not all classes are created equal in terms of the game. Each one has skills and abilities and attributes, and some of them have things in there like, they can absorb spells from time to time. Well, one of the things that I picked up was spell absorption in general as an attribute, which is an expensive one to purchase. It can really dial up the difficulty of the game if you don't balance it with other things. But one of the things that it does, thin rail of a woman steps forward and hands you a note. Gaunt, expressionless face. Okay, that might be what we're looking for here for a minute. But anyway, the area of effect spells in this game are not like area of effect spells in later iterations of the franchise, in that they can in fact hurt you. So broadsword. But since spells can hurt you and you can be caught in your own blast radius for things like fireball, that can be very detrimental to your health, except if you've got spell absorption, you absorb the magicka of whatever spell is being cast at you, including your own. So in that regard, you can kind of have an almost unlimited mana battery as long as you're engaging targets at point-blank range, or at the very least in such a way where you are included in the blast radius. Because you'll absorb the magicka that you spent on the spell the moment you cast the spell. Now, the other trick with that one, too, is that if your magicka bar is full, then you cannot absorb magic, and if you can't absorb magic, then you're subject to the spell as if it went off and you didn't have those things. So, sometimes it behooves you to go ahead and spend some magicka, be down a handful of points, so you can absorb a spell if it comes in after you. Alchemy shop, bookshop, general store. Run through the general store real quick. Looking for arrows before we grab ourselves another fancy schmancy writ. Plenty of oil for sale. I might pick up more of that once I get through some of the torches. Just shopping, miss. You too, ma'am. You know what that one does, so let's go ahead and get rid of it. Ooh, I'll buy books here. That's good to know. Alright, how many gold coins do we have on our person? We got 11,404, so I'm going to go ahead and donate 11,004 to Mr. Bank. We are going to withdraw ye old letter of credit. Whoop. Pull up our calculator here. Here we go. Nice and light, because gold weighs actual amounts. But paper is shockingly light. Alright, now let's see what this letter was all about. If you're interested in learning the truth about Prince Sheridan, meet me at the Flying Muskrat in the Lynx and Wolf Hostel of Sentinel. Okay. We have a lead. Looking for the NPC that is standing out from the rest of the group. It's not going to be the page boy, I don't think. Or the actual innkeeper. Could be anyone in any of the other rooms, and I think there's only like one set of actual staying rooms here. Q. It's come to our attention that the Underking is being wrongly accused of abducting the prince. For your judge, check into Castle Vodki. Mark it on your map. Who am I? Just call me a loyal servant. I'll go away before anyone gets suspicious. What that will let us do is actually go check out the real lead. But I don't have as many arrows as I might like. But if nothing else, it'll be entertaining. That is as light as I can get. Oh man, giants, really? And spiders. Do we have a bear? Is that a wereboar? No, it doesn't matter now. Didn't really want to teleport out. So we'll go ahead and just set ourselves an anchor. Cast Fireball instead. And waste the spell points. Didn't actually get to absorb it. Uh-oh. Freaking oops. I should have checked the condition on that one before we came out to adventure. See if we come across another bow of any type. It's a giant. Honestly, thank you, Mr. Giant. That was a very, very creative problem-solving thing that you did. Oh, I guess I solved my problem of not having a whole lot of arrows that I would like in here. You have to go visit the guild and get that fixed. Stay right where you are, Mr. Skeleton. How did I backstab a skeleton? It's better you don't ask that question. The hell party do we have going on in here? A mithril wakizashi, you say? 13 points of damage. Let's go ahead and equip that bad boy. You are a veritable loot pinata, Mr. Knight. And a steel longbow, which is nice, but flimsy for the creatures that we're fighting out here. Depending upon the target, the steel longbow can hang a little bit. Ooh, dwarven boots. Put those on. Get rid of that iron crap. This does not sell very well. Sounds like there's more infighting going on. I think our lamp burned out. Might have wanted that water breathing spell. I guess we'll just have to explore elsewhere, see if we can find the evidence we're in here looking for. And then if we cannot, it would be a fair assumption to say it's probably in the underwater submerged section. There's definitely a room in there. Okay, an elven longbow. A little more meat to it. When we get up to dwarven, we can bypass most critters' mid-levels damage reduction. More underwater. I am not digging that. I don't have the means of dealing with that right this minute. We're both central in that corner. More lichens there than in the underworld movie. English is hard sometimes, folks. Iron staff. Ooh, I think that's it. Death certificate. Way up to our weight allowance here. Let's check this out. All right. '23rd of Morningstar, 3rd era, year 400. So we're looking at 15, 16 years ago. 2 days I was sealed in the crypt without food or water. Do not know whether hunger or poor health or one of the creatures who share this dank hole with me will kill me first. Given that I found this on the rack, man, I hate to think what happened to you there. I only know that I will soon be dead, and not even my bones will remain. My hope is that in the years that come, this letter will be read and the sad story of Sheridan, Prince of Sentinel, will be told. I'm 15 years old at the time of this writing. I've been plagued with bad health for most of my life, to the frustration of my hardy parents. And the finest healers and apothecaries in Western Tamriel have labored over my every cough and fever, but while they could save my life time and time again, they could not improve my sickly constitution. In retrospect, I received little real affection from the king and queen, embarrassed as they were about begetting such a cripple as the heir to the kingdom. I cannot say I've missed the love. I've received the much attention from the doctors, priests, and herbalists constantly at court. Certainly, I was not to be the sort of warrior king that King Cameron was, but one of my dearest friends, a priest of Stendar, said that I might be the first scholar king in the history of Sentinel. My younger sister, Abuki, was the true favorite of my parents, athletic, beautiful, and charming. Abuki is the current queen of Sentinel, I believe. It's hard to think of an uncomplimentary word for her. I am resigned to my imminent death, and yet I would like to see her once again. For 6 years, Abuki and I were the only children of Sentinel. 8 years ago, the queen had a boy child and named him Greklith after an ancient Redguard word for strong king. Few speak that tongue any longer, but all the scholars and nobles of Hammerfell understood, and Greklith was a strong boy indeed. I have never so much as seen him cough. The queen's next child, born only a year after Greklith, had an even more ominous birth name, Utan, second boy. Perhaps had I been less sheltered, more suspicious by nature, I might have read into these nominations. Lotun and Grokith were common enough names for our family, I reasoned. Now I know that even then I was disinherited, even if it was not official yet. Several months before Lotun's birth and over 3 years afterwards, I was in the throes of a very serious fever. The doctors despaired of me, but somehow and very gradually recovered. First time, and for the last, I read an expression of my father. The king's face was not of indifference, it was disgust. That was a fortnight ago. 3 nights ago, I was seized by men I had never seen while I was having a walk. My nursemaid stood by and watched placidly as I was gagged and tied and thrown roughly into a sack. I do not know how long they rode with me, but I was eventually left here. When I finally freed myself of my bonds, I found that I was alone. My wanders have gotten me nowhere. The place is filled with undead creatures that prevent me from finding any exit. I have no hope left, but no fear either. A few regrets. Perhaps had I studied magic instead of history and science, I could free myself of this place. One of my tutors told me the story of the Underking, how he had placed his life force in the body of a powerful being and has thus conquered all of Tamriel long ago. Had I only the strength of a more powerful body like that. But I did not study magic, I studied history, so I leave this letter, not to revenge myself, but as a historic document. Now, I think before we go back to Sentinel, visit the next nearest major town and level up. As I require the services of the Fighters Guild. Yeah, the Sentinel Royal family is not a nice group of people. For the most part. It's 2:15 in the afternoon, so this place should be open. I want my adamantine longbow back. Leave in the morning. Make the rounds, buy some arrows, sell off our crap. And we'll return to Lotun and tell him about his older brother. Ooh, a dwarven pauldron. Beats the elven one we're wearing. Elder Scrolls 6, The Quest for More Arrows. Okay, this is what I most feared. Poor Cherdon, as I promised, here's what I've learned about Lysandus. I don't know how much of this is secret, but I trust you. Lysandus was in love with his court sorceress, a noblewoman named Medora Dereni, and during the war with us, the queen found out. They say that while her husband was gone, Queen Minisera banished Medora from the court. My sister Abaki is queen now, part of the treaty to ensure peace, but Minisera still resides at Castle Daggerfall as the Dowager Queen Mother. I don't know where Medora went, but I know that she has an enormous castle somewhere in the Isle Belfiria. Of course, it's Dereni Tower, the oldest structure in all Tamriel. I also heard that there's some kind of curse on her, and she can never leave. I don't know if that helps you, but that's all I know. Again, thank you for Cherdon's letter. Just knowing what happened will ease my heart somewhat. Please take this ring as a token of my appreciation. Alright, we'll go get that identified too. Dereni Tower. Before we go there, we're going to go pay a visit to the King of Worms. As he, during my adventures, had a moment where he had invited us to come back one thing or another. Hello, friends. Hello, Manamarco. We're back. It involves the lowest depths of Castle Sentinel, and the reward is knowledge that only the dead can provide. Okay. I want you to bring me back the ghost of Prince Carolus, great-grandfather of the late King Cameron of Sentinel. It's always a Cameron. Carolus was a sorcerer of no mean skill. He is now a lich deep in the bowels of the castle. I am giving him a special scarab. If it is close to him when you destroy his physical body, his soul will be trapped in the scarab. Bring it back to me, and I'll tell you a tale a few mortals have heard. Okay, there's no timetable on it. So we'll just make for the exit. Draining Tower's a maze, and I don't think I have time to go ahead and push through that at the moment. I think we'll take the month to go back to here. And do some other odd jobs. Since we're in a major city and we got a bunch of arms stores that are nearby, let's go ahead and check them for arrows real quick. Page gold bearing crest of sentinel gives you crispy. Okay, fantastic. What's this say? Presence in our court is desired before the end of the next season. Prince Lotun has recommended you with high praise. I await your arrival. Fantastic. Adamantine dagger, 4 to 9 damage. It's just under the quality of ebony there. think there are any other purchase points in this one. Nope. Okay, those are steel items there. Class or quality to what we're wearing. Are these two adjacent building banks of Daggerfall? Sure are. It's like having a Starbucks across the street from another Starbucks. Okay. I guess the real question is do we take another job for the Fighters Guild? Or the Mages Guild? And I'm thinking the Fighters Guild. No, we actually have that request to go see the Queen. Should do that while we're thinking about the timetable so I don't travel halfway across High Rock and end up burning the timer out on that. Parkour. Parkour. More parkour. Castle Sentinel really does look impressive in its own right, especially considering this was 96. I mean, it's the Unity engine version of it, so it is much nicer. A little less choppy compared to the original DOS race version. Lines are a little more blended in. The lighting effects are a little crisper. But it is for the most part as it was back then. Let me get straight to the point. My son, Prince Lotan, says you're well-respected and trusted Dark Elf. I have need of your sort. Willing to pay you 762 gold to infiltrate Castle Wayrest and recover an heirloom of the late King Lysandus for me. Sure. So let me get this straight. I need to infiltrate this castle that I'm standing in right now to go find Prince Carolus of Sentinel, kill him, trap his spirit in a scarab to go bring information to the King of Worms. I also need to go to Castle Wayrest to lift a painting. Fantastic. You know, I think I'm gonna go do a mage's guild job first. I've got time on the other errands. Sure, I'll help with the research. Sounds great. Particularly thorny problem with theoretical applied magicka, and I need a particular magic holy candle. Made by Karta himself. By all reports, a masterful piece of work, recording and research impossible. Internal azimuth vectors are such that I cannot reconcile the externally manifested lateral flow lines. He's going to have to try and figure out what to do with his turbo encabulator. Bottom line, we need to go to this tower Roctor. And we need to talk to this chick who's at a dank hole called the Monastery of Baelbron. Okie dokie. Bunch of arrows, a freshly repaired bow. A worn lantern that apparently also needs repaired. Oh, hello, shaman. Bye, shaman. I shot the harpy. Got an ad break coming up here in just a minute or two, folks. We'll keep exploring here. And catch up with you when you catch up with me. Worst part is we're looking for a page of some sort. Could be tucked into any room in this place. Welcome back, folks. Cruising through, still exploring. Okay. Well. Some pig. Hmm. Oh boy, I like an empty storeroom. Can hear the harpy. That's how stealth archery is supposed to work. Lantern flickers and dies. It's now broken. It's unfortunate. Do not have a light spell of such. Add that to the rest of the spells and things we need to pick up. Somebody pounded on a door somewhere. Okay. Alright, I'll get behind having some elven greaves. Stuff. Thank you, Mr. Monk. It's a jungle out there. Okay, I've been through here before. It's not over here. Hey, map to a new dungeon. Sounds like a gargoyle, I think. Rattling chains. Okay, this is the direction I've not been yet. Nope, not going down there. Nice if I came across another lantern or something while we're down here. There we go. So if I go down that hallway, set of doors. This should be new. Yeah, this is new. Apart from that first monk we dropped, who had some much nicer gear on hand. Been kind of lame on the loot drops. Alright, well, before we get lost, or go digging through here rather, and try and find the next passageway to the places we haven't been that does not go directly underwater, I think we're going to go ahead and call the stream here at the moment, since we're in a fairly safe room. Dark as it is, it's a little rough to tell where we are at the moment, but go ahead and we'll leave that right here for the moment. Go ahead and just save the game one more time here. And we're going to go ahead and get on over to what we usually do for the credits. And yeah, hope you've enjoyed what we've seen so far. Appreciate subscriptions, follows, likes, that kind of deal. If you have Amazon Prime, you do get a free Twitch subscription that you can give to a Twitch streamer of your choice. And that one is at no charge for you, and you just have to come in and renew that monthly. If that's not your thing, I understand that too. If you have the option to donate directly to me on coffee.com/PylumJRamar, you don't have to. None of that is necessary, but it is appreciated. You can catch this and other VODs on the YouTube channel there at PylumRamar. Our usual week-to-week upcoming events. Monday we do 2 streams of course. We're doing DCS Monday earlier this evening. We've been doing classic games now. We're wrapping up with that. Friday we're going to be rolling into some more Liberation rather than Antistasi. That's at 6 p.m. on Friday night. And Saturday morning we're right back at it with DCS again. I tend to make Saturday morning a little more like actual training practice, answer questions, try and refine some skills sort of deal. Lately, we have been hitting the mission that I put together that's up on the Pantheon Initiative Syria server, which is open to the public. You're free to stop in anytime on that one. And that is either Syria 1992 or Syria Unrestricted, depending upon which one is up, and that's really just the arms limits that are in play. But, you know, if that's your thing, feel free to stop by. Otherwise, though, always ask for consent. Try to communicate as best you can with your partners. Try to be genuinely decent human beings. And I will catch up with you later on in the week. Thanks for watching, folks. Have a great night.